What's going on with gold and silver? As I've mentioned in many of my videos here, I actually physically buy silver coins regularly. I have a couple gold coins, but they're a little more to bite off at any one particular time. Nonetheless, my trend that I'm looking for is exactly the same. Interest rates are going to remain higher for longer. The price of gold and silver are going to remain suppressed. They're certainly not going to rally, is basically my position. Because of that, I think we've probably peaked. We've had some geopolitical concerns that have come in and they seem to be relaxing a little bit, that any spillover is not going to happen. So gold's rally is probably close to being done with. I've been selling some calls on both gold and silver, but basically I focus more on silver. The premium I take in from those silver sales, I actually buy my coins, and it's just a continual process. Sell calls, make money on the sell of those calls, let them expire worthless, take that money out, buy the coins. Just do it over and over and over and over again and stack up a stack. I bury them in the woods. Given that interest rates are going to remain higher for longer, if the Federal Reserve does have to move, it is for one of two reasons. Number one, they overshot. Number two, they undershot. Did they get it right? Come on. Have they ever gotten it right? We'll know more information as it comes by. In the meantime, I've been selling these calls and I've been seeing gold and silver kind of slide downward. Let's take a look at some charts and we'll see a continuation of what's next. If you are just joining me for the first time, thanks so much. Make sure to hit the like and follow button. I've broken out this channel from my original channel, which I focus on cannabis stocks analysis there. This one is pure stock market analysis and stock options. And I break down the various aspects of the broader stock market, and I look at individual stocks as well. If that's your thing, make sure to hit that like and follow button. I am an economist, and I apply economic principles to the stock market, looking at the bigger, broader trends. And in this case, we are looking at the 10-year Treasury yield, which is it shot up, of course, and is kind of paused. My take from this point forward is we get a lot of sideways action. If you look at the movement between, say, October and effectively, I guess that's August timeframe, we were stuck in a pretty tight range. And I expect that to be exactly the same. I don't expect a rally. I don't expect a collapse. Until we get information from the Federal Reserve that they either overshot or undershot. And that's the thing about it's not a precise science. Neither is economics, and that's what we lean on. It's like, well, given the information today, I can think this, but tomorrow's a new day. Where will we be with interest rates? We're starting to see continuing claims and unemployment move up slightly. We're starting to see personal incomes move down slightly. Is this a big move or is this a smaller little blip? If it's a smaller little blip and we start turning right back upward, stocks will get heated up again. But guess what happens to the 10-year, which would cap those stocks for at some point. The Federal Reserve are probably going to sit there and say, well, we thought we were there, need to raise more interest rates. We don't have enough information right now. In the meantime, here's a look at, this is actually GLD stock, which is the Spider ETF for gold. And I kind of look at this and I say, you know what, we're probably not going to cross 187.50. And I've been selling some calls on this one simply because it's basically free money. I'm playing theta. When we see a move downward, I played about 2-3 weeks ago. We saw that big spike upward after the Middle East issues. And I said, too much, too high, too fast. It'll come down. It sure did come down. Popped up a little bit. Those options I had expired worthless. Free money. Where do we go from here? I don't think we see 187.50. I'm thinking keep selling the calls. As long as the information we have today remains exactly that. In interest rates will remain higher for longer. So those carrying costs are going to get expensive for individuals who are storing physical metal. this will suppress the price of gold and silver. Here's a look at silver. Not a huge differentiation. This is the one I play the most. I sell the calls as often as I can get my hands on. I did not make a move on the 22. I had already been in there and those options expired worthless. I'm looking at the 23, 22 half, 23 calls to sell again. Kind of looking, hoping that we get some kind of little pop higher, and then I step in. I see no reason that we see silver in the SLV stock ETF passing 24. So if anybody, say 2-3 months out, wants to buy at 24, I'm going to sell that all day long, given the information we have today. If I have to hedge, if theta is enough and I get out with a small depreciation, I'll take it. That's the thing with option sellers. We eat like chickens, and boy, do we defecate. So you usually, when you're doing this kind of strategy, you're playing theta, and maybe delta, you're often looking for quick profits, get out, reposition. So my take from an economics perspective, these metals, too high. I don't think the Federal Reserve got the number right. I think the economy dips a little bit, then starts heating back up again, and the Federal Reserve has to step back in again. We'll see. We're starting to see unemployment numbers kind of moving higher. This will keep some relief on the 10-year, which could translate into that's about as high as we go. And from there, things could really start to sell off, including GLD stock and SLV stock. So if you are a gold bug, silver bug, and this is a game you like to play, this is something I try and put content out probably every other week because it's something that I play in the background. And again, I take physical storage of coins. I'm trying to stack up a pretty decent handful of coins. I just like having them around. Nonetheless, if you're looking for this kind of economic content versus the stock market and how it applies, make sure to hit that like and follow button. I'll keep putting content out on gold, silver, the broader stock market, and all the other aspects. See you in the next video.